So in that scene, you seen the fuel cut out. The fuel was cutting out. It would cut on and off. It would be a 13, 14, then it'll cut off, and it'll start giving it fuel again. It'll cut off. It would do that every couple of days, I've noticed, for the past month or so. And I would disconnect the TPS harness a couple of times, start it up, and it would be fine for the whole day. But then maybe the next day or two, it will start acting up again. It will start bucking real hard, because it would just cut out the fuel out of the blue, and it would work intermittently. So I'm pretty sure I'm having a TPS problem. It might have something to do with the tune. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But I did wire these backwards before I went to Yo Solo, but he told me that it didn't matter, you know, because I went back a second time so he could fix the idle on it. And the first time I came home from him tuning it, I noticed that I wired the wires backwards. So I fixed it, and then I went back to him the second time, and I told him, and he said it didn't matter because he already went into the ECU and programmed it to work the way he makes it work or whatever. So I didn't have to rewire the wires, but I did. So I might have messed something up in the sensor, or it could be vibration from the motor. But if that's the case, once the new one comes, because I bought this one from AutoZone for like 40 bucks. I bought one off of Amazon for like 35 bucks. If I notice that I go a month or at least a couple weeks without that issue, and then it starts having the issue again, then clearly it's going to be an issue with the TPS sensor, maybe due to vibration. If that is the case, I'll go to Ford and get the OEM sensor. It's probably like $150 or something, but at least I'll know that messing with the stock OEM sensor, it's a lot better than these aftermarket brands that's selling them for 30-40 bucks. So I will keep you guys updated. This TPS sensor, to work with the Ross throttle body, it has to be for a Ford Mustang. This works with a I'm not sure of the years, I'm not a Ford guy, but from like 88 to 93 Ford Mustang 5.0. So basically the Ford GT Mustangs with the 5.0 engine. It's the only way, it's the only TPS sensor that you can make work with Ross throttle bodies, because they make these for the Mustangs. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, this is how you test your TPS sensor. Now, the Ross throttle body has to have a Mustang 5.0 sensor, right? So the black wire off of the Mustang sensor is ground. And if you guys have a K-tune wire harness set up going to your stock 2002 to 2006 Acura RSX harness, then on the K-tune harness, that's yellow for the ground, right? And then off of this, because it's backwards, the K-tune harness, I don't know why they did this, but the K-tune harness, it's really backwards. The yellow is the green, and the green is the yellow on the RSX harness. So the black wire on the Mustang harness is ground. The K-tune yellow is ground. Green off of the RSX harness is ground. And for the signal wire, to test this for open throttle and closed throttle off of the Mustang harness, it's green. So the green is the signal wire. The K-tune wire, it's red. That's the only wire on the K-tune harness that stays the same following the factory harness for the RSX. Now, the 5-volt wire, so you could test for 5 volts, that would be the orange wire off of the Mustang harness. And that's green on the K2 harness, and green turns into yellow off of the RSX harness. So that's how you test for 5 volts. Yeah, so that's it for this part. Okay, it's been 3 days, and I was beating the piss out of it every day for 3 days, and the TPS, from what I think was the problem, hasn't been acting up. So far, so good. No more bucking, no more fuel cutout. So we're all good for now.